are 19 reward cards available, and trust me, you're going to want these cards for your lineup. For the Galaxy Opals, you can earn Brandon Roy and Wes Unseld. But even the pink diamonds are scary good, with cards like Dr. J, Joe Dumars, Allen Iverson, and more. And if you complete the entire All-Star Spotlight Sim, you'll be rewarded with Galaxy Opals.
There below is and
in the spirit of the NBA All-Star Game, we've had some great All-Star trivia for you to earn some VC. Here's a couple more questions.
Let's go. So when was the first NBA All-Star Game ever played?
Was it 1948, 1951, 1954, or 1957? They're probably shooting granny style, you know what I'm saying? Underhanded free throws.
I don't even...
taking place in the heart of Good evening and welcome to tonight's present. Hey, Dave.
Kevin, thanks.
He stays working and stays true. David, thank you. The starters for the Portland Trail Blazers. They've got Enes Kanter, Robert Covington out there with Derek Jones. Then it's Damian Lillard, and it's Trent in at the 2. And for the Lakers, Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Marc Gasol is out there with Markieff Morris, and it's Schroeder in at the point guard. Here's Trent. Greg, in terms of personnel, not exactly the matchups we were expecting to see tonight.
You know, Kev, with all the injuries and some guys now having to step into unfamiliar roles, in some ways that makes tonight all the more intriguing to see which guys are going to step up and deliver.
Now James, after the missed 3 from Damian Lillard. That shot missing. Excellent D from Kanter. Jones, the pass to Covington.
And you look at Robert Covington, first team all-defense in 2018, the kind of versatile stopper that every team in the league could use.
And both free throws good for Covington.
Oh, he's never rattled at the stripe. Always has that nice soft touch on his free throws.
Schroeder dishes to Caldwell Pope. And just about a minute into the first quarter. Nice shot by James. And Covington may be not a star, but he's a winning player. We've seen that.
And the perfect example of that 3-and-D role player can guard 4 or 5 positions and can definitely sling it from outside.
Kanter kicks to Lillard. From deep. LeBron grabs the miss. And here's James. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. And stolen by Lillard. Last break. Here come the Trailblazers. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. From deep three-point range. Offensive rebound. And Kanter able to finish.
And boy, did they need that one. Their first make in the 5 field goal attempts they've had.
Schroeder against Lillard. Schroeder, left side. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Wow. Morris is a physical guy, solid at staying active on the boards and gobbling up these rebounds.
Schroeder against Lillard. To the paint. Here's Covington, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Now here's Caldwell Pope. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Kings in Sacramento. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lillard. Both teams deciding to change it up. Clock at 6. Kuzma outside. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. With the putback. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they?
The star just keeps rising for Damian Lillard. Heck of a talent with tremendous range.
Here's James. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
I love his work ethic, not to mention his hands. You need both to convert those tip-ins.
Lillard against James. Lillard attacking. And the rejection by Harrell.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter. And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Here's Lillard following the bucket by the Lakers. Rebound by Harrell.
This quarter has been hit or miss for him. Mostly miss.
Kuzma passes to LeBron. Drops in the layup for 2. James has got his second bucket of the night.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Lillard fires away from way outside. The long-distance 3 is buried.
The remarkable range of Lillard. I mean, you see these shots he makes from distance with ease, effortless release.
Here's Caruso, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. And he banks in the layup. Caruso's got 6.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Simons, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Well, come on, guys. Someone has to rotate over. Defensively, that's just poor communication.
Here's James. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That's on Enes Kanter.
Well, the GOAT watch continues. Every year, every accomplishment goes into the analysis. I mean, LeBron would probably never be able to escape.
Simons surveying the D. Here's Trent. Offensive rebound. And Kanter throws it down.
He's one of the best per-minute rebounders in the game. Kanter gets a lot of his points this way.
Tie game in Los Angeles. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in... When Damian Lillard's in the flow, there is no stopping him.
I think in the past, anytime
Greg, this is why they say there's no substitute for experience.
And I agree. And, you know, sometimes guys need to learn to be more selfish at times. You also learn, if it ain't broke, keep going with it. Ride the hot hand.
We welcome you back to Noche Latina. Becoming an annual tradition is always here on 2K Sports and always exciting. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Old school approach. I mean, if you have a favorable matchup inside, just keep pounding it in there.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the court for the Trailblazers, we've got Hood, Anthony out there with Enes Kanter, and it's Simons in at the 1 spot. Kuzma outside. To the middle. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Here's the 3. And it's Portland with the rebound. Kanter's got 4 rebounds now tonight. When Kuzma first entered the league, the Lakers were a rebuilding team. Now, Greg, he's one of the more experienced pieces on this team.
And Kuzma's made the most of it, switching to a learning role tries to absorb as much as he can from the vets, and he does everything he can to pick their brain and improve on those little things in terms of championship caliber basketball.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Robert Covington's checked in for Enes Kanter, and Jones subbed in for Rodney Hood. Second quarter, we're a little over a minute and a half in. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
You know, Anthony's getting more floor time last season. He worked his way into the Blazers rotation. He's still young, though. It seems like he can carve a rollout on his team.
And Simon's a bit undersized at that 2-guard position, only 6'3", but a natural 2 with playmaking ability.
Ultimately, this team wants him to be a scoring threat off the bench. I mean, have him come in firing from outside. He's got a lot of work to get to that point.
And that one's good. Schroeder.
Defensive breakdown there, no doubt about it. I mean, he's a guy you have to be focused on defensively.
Simons, the pass to Jones. Feeds it to Carmelo. Here's Simons. He's guarded by Schroeder. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. The Lakers trail. Morris. It's good on the putback.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Here's Simons. He's guarded by Schroeder. And it's Simons missing. And Schroeder's got the ball here for Los Angeles. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home. Covington down low. He's against Kuzma. LA has gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Schroeder looking around. Over Trent. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. For Portland, they've gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Here's Simons, guarded by Kuzma. Oh, that's blocked. Pass to Simons. Another shot.
An average shot blocker. I mean, you want Kuzma to use his vertical more to redirect shots.
Schroeder, right side. Back to Caldwell Pope. On the pass to Schroeder. It's through for his second basket. He's now 2 for 6. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Outside, Covington. Out to Anthony. Jones up top. Morris with the block.
Oh, man, look at Morris. Use his reach to turn away a shot. He's excellent at cornering shooters and sending their shots back.
And you can see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Jones drives in. Pass to Anthony. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. So both teams changing it up here. And it's the Lakers ball. Good momentum, 8 straight points. Schroeder against Lillard. Schroeder passes to Horton Tucker. Back to Schroeder. Gasol trying to free himself up.
He'll breathe a big sigh of relief if they hang on to win this game. He's not done much to contribute tonight.
The rebound by the Lakers.
It's not easy to keep him from converting those. I mean, the D has to be airtight.
And finished off by LeBron.
When you give James a lane to the basket, he's going to dunk it hard. Amazing watching him just glide through the air.
Here's Lillard, and then Lillard slams it in.
And dropping the sledgehammer there, he curbs a 10-0 run by Los Angeles.
James with it. He gets it up. And that one released in time, but no good. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime. And Kyle Kuzma here on this Lakers team. He was an impact player, but had to adjust. And that'll about...
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Look at LeBron James. He's really been playing well.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And as they can't slow him down, you know what you do? You keep feeding them and feeding them and feeding them. This is the right game plan.
Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Marc Gasol is out there with Markieff Morris. And it's Schroeder in at the point. That's the group starting the second half for Frank Vogel.
Well, you look at the career that Dame Lillard has had so far. Taken 6th in the 2012 draft out of Weber State, a small school, but this guy became a franchise player immediately for the Blazers.
And thinking of Lillard, the numbers over his career are incredible.
And Lillard found his strength as a shooter, and boy, did he exploit it. He's been averaging 20 points per game almost his entire career, and he's kept adding to his game as one of the elite players in our league.
Portland trailing here. Inside, Cantor. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Cantor's got 6.
Well, it's important for Cantor to be effective in the pick and roll. I mean, it makes their offense much more complete.
James against Jones. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And LeBron James still the face of the league as he goes into his mid-30s. The impact he's had on this sport is really immeasurable.
Come on, GA. I mean, he's one of the most recognizable athletes in the world. I mean, it's scary to think that LeBron can still turn it on and take over when he needs to. And you know what? Playoff LeBron is a very real thing. When you pair Cantor's strong frame with his scorer's mentality, you get a guy that loves to dunk.
Here's Harold. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on Damian Lillard.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
The Lakers have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this point. And both free throws good for Harold. Greg, in New York, you obviously played in a number of championship contending teams. What do the Knicks have to do to get back to that feel, that kind of team?
Well, listen, it starts with stability across the board, but mainly that means at the top. And you got to give this new front office, this new regime, an opportunity. I think they got some good young pieces, but title contenders are not in a constant state of flux right now. They've got to take their baby steps here and start moving in the right direction.
Like you say, it does begin in the front office.
An elite passer in his position. I mean, James always seems to make the right decision.
Passes it to Cantor. Lillard, right side. Lots of room. Again, the Trailblazers score.
They're on target from the start of the half. I mean, they're moving well. They're getting some good shots. Now, that makes them 3 for 4 from the field since halftime.
Here's James, and finished off by LeBron.
If you're the defense, what can you do? James is too strong, too focused on these finishes.
Lillard from outside. Jones finds Lillard. Here's Covington. Back to Lillard. Again, the Trailblazers score.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
1:58 left to play in the third. Caruso, the pass to LeBron. And the dunk by James.
And James shows no mercy on his drives to the rim. Vicious at penetrating inside.
Trailblazers trail by 3. Lillard outside. For the tie. The Trailblazers get it back in a new 14.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. James in the post, defended by Jones. Caldwell Pope for three. Doesn't go that time. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. Three-pointer, Lillard. And it's Lillard again missing.
But still, eventually you got to feel like he'll start knocking those down again.
LeBron kicks to Caldwell Pope. The offensive rebound.
His teammates keep getting him the ball in his favorite spots. He's done a lot for his shooting percentage.
And so Lillard will bring it up for Portland. They trail by 3. There's 42 seconds left here in the third quarter. Lets it go from the wing. That one rolling around and rims out.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
And Morris throws it down.
Morris is always looking to score the ball. D better be aware of him at all times.
Lillard attacking. He can't get that one. Lakers leading by 5. James dishes to Caldwell Pope. Back to LeBron. Portland grabs the miss. Cantor's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Here's Lillard, and that comes off the assist by Jones. Lillard's got 8 points in the quarter.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And how about then not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a Terry Stotts had some advice for his team. Let's hear what he had to say.
It's a long game. It's a long game.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. On the court right now for the Trailblazers, we've got Anthony. He's out there with Rodney Hood, and it's Cantor in at the 5 spot. They get it again. Pass to Trent. Out left to the wing. Simons, the pass to Cantor. Second shot opportunity. The shot misses. Good work defensively by Gasol.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Schroeder outside. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Lakers lead by 5.
Look, with his size, with his strength, with his brain, there's no reason Gasol shouldn't be able to dominate the game offensively.
It's blocked. The pass to Horton Tucker. Harrell kicks it over to Schroeder.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
This isn't like him, and he knows it. The best thing they can do is try to get him more easy looks.
Loads it up there for Harrell, and Harrell slams it in.
And with toughness and physicality, Harrell can simply overpower opponents offensively.
Trent passes to Cantor. Yes, once again, he remains perfect. 6 attempts and 6 hits.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
Here's Schroeder. And contact. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. Double checking, and the game continues on.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, Terry Stotts just went over his game plan with his team. He told them, look, guys, we're running out of time. We're going to make a move. It's got to be now. Are you guys ready to make a move? They all nodded, and he said, then go take it, Kevin.
Lillard attacking. Yes, that goes in. Lillard's got 12 points here in the second half.
You can't do a lot to stop Lillard. He's amazing at absorbing contact on these drives.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Rodney Hood. That's his first foul. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. LeBron James on the wing. Shot clock at 6. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one's on Anthony.
I mean, James is like a freight train moving to the rim. He's so effective at getting the D to hit him when he's on the attack.
That one misses. Trailblazers trail by 6. Lillard attacking, and Lillard throws it down.
Gotta admire the passion Lillard plays with. He knows he loves having the ball in his hands.
And so James will bring it up for the Lakers. Down low. Gasol kicks to James. Caldwell Pope pass to Gasol. Hood against LeBron. For Hood. And the Lakers with another miss. Trailblazers have gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50%. Oh, that was something else.
It's easy to forget about Lillard's hops. I mean, this guy has some sick dunks up his sleeve.
Now here's Schroeder. He's guarded closer. Caldwell Pope right side. James outside. And finished off by LeBron.
And James loves these big moments. He isn't afraid to shoot it when the game is on the line.
Lillard from outside. Lillard again missing. Lakers leading by 4. Here's Schroeder. And good. Got the Ingles that time as it falls.
And he should thank the team for those 2 points. Nobody paid much attention to him on that play.
And foul on the shot. And so the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
He hits both from the stripe.
The lead's not looking as comfortable after those free throws. Nice job.
Guys, they're holding on to the slimmest of leads.
Yeah, and you can't afford to let that thing get any slimmer.
James against Jones. James kicks to Morris. Floats it up for James.
Defensively, I know we say it every game. You have to try to make someone other than LeBron beat you. Easier said than done.
The Blazers on offense.
Can't waste any time here.
And you're right. They desperately need a bucket, and every second matters.
Here's Lillard. He can't hit that time. Caldwell Pope with some nice D. On the wing, James. Pass to Morris. Back to LeBron.
He has great touch and feel inside. All the qualities big men like Gasol need to be effective in the paint.
And so the Lakers take the win. Even early.
this next question very carefully. Which player was the NBA All-Star Game MVP award named after?
Is it Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Larry Bird, or Bill Russell? This one should be an easy one, for sure.
So many great players, but only one has that honor.
And those are the starting lineups. Lots of interest. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us on 2DH.
Kevin, thanks very much.
Portland is indeed one of the great cities in the NBA. David, thank you. Now we'll look at Dallas's starting lineup. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Richardson is out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Finney Smith in at the small forward position. And for Portland, they've got Derek Jones. Robert Covington out there with Enes Kanter. Then it's Damian Lillard, and it's Trent in at the shooting guard. And Kanter throws it down.
Yeah, you know, Lillard has been so good at finding the open man, puts a lot of zip on his passes, and he knows he's responsible for getting his teammates the ball.
Here's Doncic. Finney Smith passes to Porzingis.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter, just served him up.
Pass to Trent, back to Lillard. Takes a three. And that one is off. And it's Dallas the other way. Last time they met was in Dallas.
And they lost a close one last time they saw each other. And you have to think that it was the foul trouble that really kept them from getting the win.
When you are in foul trouble, it makes you less aggressive defensively. And when that's the case, it's hard to offer the kind of resistance that you need to. That was in the back of the mind, the foul trouble they were in.
That pass into the paint, that is a work of art there, dead on target.
Porzingis kicks to Kleba. It's Richardson on the wing. Knocks it loose. Looking at Portland, they took a win in their last game against Sacramento. And Greg, Josh Richardson's a terrific ball handler out on the wing who can create for others.
Richardson gets a lot of assists per game at that wing position, not just looking to finish plays, but also to create for others. Very well-rounded threat on the offensive end, and that gives this team another dimension in terms of playmaking.
And here is Kleba after Damian Lillard was able to get the three to go. Finney Smith can't get it to go. Portland's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. And the foul on Josh Richardson. That's his first foul. So it's Portland now. Lillard attacking. Kanter dishes to Covington. Kicks it out to Lillard. No good with the triple. The Mavericks have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Here's Richardson, and it's Richardson slamming it down.
Not much the defense could do there with Richardson bouncing like that.
The Trailblazers have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Trent passes to Lillard. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Kanter controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And usually amongst the leaders in their offensive rebound rate, Kanter gives your team found points off misses.
Now, here's Doncic. He's averaging just around 28.5 points a game. So many offensive skills in his toolkit. Trailblazers leading by 5. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Back to Lillard. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Boy, I love watching Lillard turn on the Jets using that astounding speed to blaze past the defenders.
Kleba kicks to Doncic. And there's the pass to Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points.
Hey, I thought there was some style there, guys. What are you guys looking at? I mean, it was still a pretty sweet, flavorful one-hand flush.
Lillard finds Kanter, and Kanter throws it down.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Here's Porzingis after Enes Kanter's basket. 4 on the clock. The drive by Doncic.
Taking exactly what the defense gives him. Doncic exploiting whatever he sees out there. Does a nice job seeing the game.
Lillard against Doncic. Here's Kanter. Kicks it out to Covington. Outside, Jones. Lillard outside. Covington trying to break free. They grab their own miss. Doncic against Lillard. And stolen by Richardson. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Finney Smith to the left side wing. Dallas moving it around. Here's Porzingis. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
Yeah, and that one, their intensity on the offensive end was not matched by their opponent. That led to some easy buckets.
Yeah, you know, you can't allow them to get into a rhythm on offense. Once that happens, then you're in trouble.
And so the first quarter is in the books. Trailblazers out in front. They're up by 5. From Portland, we're back in a moment. Before the game, we talked with Damian Lillard. He had this to say when asked about it.
I know that when the main guy usually decides.
He's willing to bear the brunt, and he's also looking out for others.
Great leadership. His teammates seem to rally around that, and it's why every team he's on is a difficult out.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Blazers.
Fellas, they're passing the ball the way you're supposed to here in this first half.
They've established their presence in the paint tonight. Also, a lot of their scoring to this point coming from down low.
On the floor right now for the Mavericks, we've got Josh Richardson. James Johnson is out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. Then there's Dwight Powell, and it's Brunson in at the 1. Now here's Brunson. He's guarded closely. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. A new generation of players, Greg, coming into the NBA alongside your son Cole. We've got a lot of players who I think are going to have a long-term impact on this game.
There's no doubt about it. Listen, I hope Cole can have the kind of impact that some of these guys are. But look at the Grizzlies. I think they got 2 terrific ones. Ja Morant has superstar written all over him. Brandon Clark probably surprised some people with his ability to have an impact. And if you look at this past draft, Obi Toppin is one to watch. This is a guy with great size and length who was a perimeter player until he had a growth spurt. So those are the types of players that I think when you combine athleticism and skill with the way the court is spaced, man, can have a tremendous impact in this game.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Cantor kicks to Hood. Simons surveying the D. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Misses the layup. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Cauley-Stein dishes to Hardaway. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Rodney Hood.
You know, for Tim Hardaway Jr., it's the family business. His dad was a pro and an outstanding one in his own right in the NBA. So Jr. knows exactly what it takes to excel at this level.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Yeah, I like everything you said there, because when all else fails, if you can get to the strike, that's really a good way to change the momentum in the game, because you get points and you also slow down the opponent because the game isn't going up and down as much.
To the middle. Here's Brunson. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. The Mavericks shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. That one falls for Brunson.
You know, he didn't get to the line in that entire first quarter. But right now, he's showing some aggressiveness out there.
And Portland making a change here. Trent's checked in. Marjanovic checked in for Dallas. Here's Simons. Brunson covering. Cantor with it. Really played well against Sacramento in his last outing. Chalk up 2 there. Anthony's got his first 2 points of the night.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Marjanovic passes to Cauley-Stein. Back to Marjanovic. Tips it up. It's good on the putback. Cauley-Stein's got his first bucket in this one.
And with his vertical reach, you expect Cauley-Stein to be a factor on the offensive glass.
Anthony against Cauley-Stein. Cantor inside. Shot clock at 3. Anthony. Cantor trying to free himself up.
You better come stronger than that. Cauley-Stein, a presence defensively.
Kept alive. He goes up again. Pass to Brunson. Second chance shot, and that's good for 2. Brunson's got 6 in the quarter.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Hood kicks to Cantor. Hood drives in. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. And here we can check out the story for Luka Doncic. First trip to the line for him here.
And of course, we'd all like to see his percentage at the line improve, but he just does not have the touch right now. He's in the 60s.
And it's really baffling. I don't know how he lost his touch at the line so dramatically, guys. I mean, and it happened quickly as well. He's nowhere close to what he shot from the line last season.
Robert Covington's checked in for the Trailblazers. Damian Lillard comes in for Anthony Simons. That one's in there, and the Portland lead is cut down to just 1 on the basket from Richardson.
Richardson showing you the ability to manufacture a shot against good defense there. Well done.
Now Lillard. He has 5. Dishes it to Carmelo. Back to Lillard. Clock at 6. Nice D from Porzingis. They can trade 2 for 1 here.
Would be the right move, I believe, right now.
Richardson, no luck.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Porzingis against Lillard, and Lillard throws it down.
And for a point guard, Lillard has some hops. Outstanding at knowing when to use them for the dunk.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Doncic finds Porzingis, and it's sent back by Lillard. To the inside, and it's Anthony with the jam.
Carmelo Anthony imposing his will inside. Doesn't take any time, rising up for the dunk.
Doncic outside. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Trailblazers. Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the 3rd quarter gets underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. At the end of 1, they were able to end up with a 5-point lead. Thanks for joining us.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. It's been a clinic so far from Enes Kanter.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the 3rd. On the court for the Trailblazers, Robert Covington out there with Derek Jones. Then it's Damian Lillard. Then it's Enes Kanter. And it's Trent in at the 2-guard spot. Right side, Jones. Lillard against Doncic. Lillard attacking, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
You won't find too many players with a better understanding of the pick and roll than Lillard. He runs that set to a T.
Richardson kicks to Finney-Smith. Doncic against Lillard. Here's Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
Outstanding entry pass there. He knew exactly where to go with the ball. And I remember when Doncic was first asked, who is your favorite player? And boy, he did not hesitate. LeBron James.
Hey, Greg, for guys of his generation, that would be the answer for 80 to 90% of them, and with good reason. How about these quotes from Doncic? He said, if I dunk on LeBron, I can retire. But I like this one a little better. He said, LeBron can play in a lot of different positions. I can too. But for me to be like LeBron, I have to work much harder. That's a guy who knows his stuff. hey, how about imagining if they were hitting their shots, how big the lead could be? But so far, that's not been the case.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
Porzingis with the steal. Richardson the pass to Doncic. So it's Richardson with the jam.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
Well, you know, if nobody's going to put a body on him, then that's going to be the result.
Back to Lillard. Shoots over Doncic. And it's Lillard missing.
Ooh, and this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
Up top, Doncic. Covered by Lillard. And it's Doncic missing.
Guys, this hasn't been his quarter. I mean, to me, he just doesn't look completely comfortable or confident.
Lillard, the pass to Trent. Cantor kicks to Lillard. Looking to get back on track here. And it's good on the way in. Lillard's got 11.
Refuses to let contact deter him from scoring. I'm a fan of Lillard's willingness to challenge defenders.
And Doncic, here we go. Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher.
And Enes Kanter picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Reggie, we hear this a lot. It's almost too popular now to say good offense beats good defense. Being a defensive-minded player yourself, do you agree with that statement?
Absolutely, Kevin. And the thing is, in today's game, when I played, there was an era, you know, you could hold teams in the 80s and 90s. You could go a quarter and keep them at 12, 15 points. You can't do that now. It's different. You've got to be able to win stretches of 2 and 3 minutes. And honestly, you're right. The offense does dictate far more, but it doesn't discount the importance of defense. And if you still look at the reigning champs and the teams that have won titles recently, that's still one area that they're consistent in, is their defensive approach.
Simons, the pass to Kanter. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Brunson finds Hardaway. 13 feet away. Brunson, good. Brunson's got the lead up to 1 now for Dallas.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
And they're moving it up. And it goes down 2 points. And now a 3-point Dallas lead.
And it looks like they left their defensive effort back in the locker room, guys. They just haven't had the same commitment here defensively in the second half.
And the 3 ball is good.
He drilled 1 from deep in the first half, doing it again here in the second.
No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own.
Man, that's sure got to be a load off his mind after not hitting a single 3-pointer in that first half.
Passes it to Simons. Lillard from outside. Here's Cantor. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. The Mavericks on top, leading by 3. And we'll be back right after this. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. On the floor for Dallas, Jalen Brunson out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. Then there's Dwight Powell. Then there's Doncic, and it's Cauley Stein in at the 5. Here's Brunson, back to Cauley Stein. Powell kicks to Hardaway. The 3 for Doncic. Portland grabs the miss.
And, you know, even though they're on top, they're winning. I mean, they could use more from him, trying to shut the door on this one.
Anthony on the wing. Cantor, the pass to Simons. Back to Cantor. Now the pass to Simons. Back to Cantor. Outside Covington. Cantor trying to free himself up. Covington's shot is off.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Pass to Cauley Stein. Back to Brunson. Doncic right side. Powell kicks to Doncic. And Doncic throws it down.
Boy, showing you some power there, fellas. I mean, nice to see Doncic get up and drop it in with force that time.
Back to Hood. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Here's Anthony. Yep, that one goes.
And the D not really doing its job there. A little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint.
Outside Hardaway. From downtown. The rebound by Simons. And Simons, he's got the ball here for Portland. Back to Anthony. Pass to Cantor. The dish to Covington. Got a piece of it. Doncic with the steal. Now the Mavericks moving it up. Brunson with it. Now Anthony defending. Cauley Stein's shot is good. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Dallas.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And also, their second chance points have been a story all night as well. That's just pure effort and hustle.
Here's Simons. Cauley Stein grabs the board. Cauley Stein's got 4 rebounds in this game. Hood against Hardaway. Brunson with a clean look. Yes, and it's Hardaway picking up the assist. Brunson's got the lead up to 7 now for the Mavs. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Covington finds Cantor. Back to Covington. Inside. Out to Anthony. Outside Hood. Portland needs to get off the shot, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
And, you know, Cantor can dominate on the court, but his real passion may be pro wrestling. He even held a pro title belt for a little while. He's a big, strong fella. I wouldn't want to be in the ring with him.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Trent's checked in, and Damian Lillard is subbed in for Anthony Simons. And then for Dallas, Zingas, he's checked in for Willie Cauley Stein. Burke comes in for Jalen Brunson. And it's Richardson in for Tim Hardaway Jr. Lillard looking around. Takes the 3. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Doncic has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Burke kicks to Richardson. 1:07 left in the game. Off target with the free throw line, Jay. Trailblazers trail by 5. Trent passes to Anthony. To the paint. Kicks it out to Lillard. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. Money!
This is what he's known for. When it's an important possession, Lillard knows how to come through.
We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, I think you want to milk your possessions.
Cantor against Porzingis. Lillard outside. He dishes it to Anthony. Shoots. And it's off the back rim. No good. Doncic against Hood. Porzingis kicks to Richardson. Doncic passes to Burke. Here's Porzingis. It falls!
You know what, guys? You want the ball in Porzingis' hands in clutch moments. Why? He's an impact player.
So we see the Mavericks get the win here. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for him, Greg. They really had to work for this win. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us. Let's see some of the numbers here for Luka Doncic.
His assist numbers in the past 5 games have gone in the wrong direction. He's been out of sync with his teammates, sort of playing on an island instead of as part of a 5-man unit.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Marc Gasol is out there with Morris, and it's Schroeder in at the 1 spot. And for the Mavericks, Richardson is out there with Luka Doncic. Then there's Dwight Powell, and there's Porzingis, and it's Finney-Smith in at the 3. Gasol finds Schroeder. LeBron James on the wing. Back to Schroeder. Hits the jumper in space. Schroeder's got the first points up on the board tonight here for Los Angeles. Doncic against Schroeder. Lets a floater go. That one, no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Sacramento.
And defensively in that one, they needed to come up with big stops to quiet that crowd, and that's obviously easier said than done.
Yes, the other team is feeding off that enthusiasm. You have to try and match that energy.
Now here's Schroeder following the miss by Josh Richardson. Schroeder against Doncic. Kicks it out to Schroeder. 5 on the clock. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Great anticipation by Marc Gasol, really known for defensive rebounding, but he did it that time on the offensive glass.
Now here's Paul. Back to Richardson. With COVID shortening the season and the schedule, Steve, being tinkered with, do you think the NBA will make permanent changes to the season schedule?
Kevin, I don't think so. When everything gets back to normal, I think we'll be at 82 games and starting, like we usually do in October, September for games. I just think the NBA has done a fantastic job of being able to adapt to this situation. Beautiful timing on the part of LeBron. Powerful move off the pick and roll.
Doncic against Schroeder. Kicks it out to Richardson. The pass to Powell. Back to Richardson. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for the Mavericks. The Lakers have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Schroeder surveying the floor. James right side. It's rebounded by Doncic.
Everything worked except for the outcome. You want him to shoot that every time.
You know, Steve, one thing you admire about LeBron, how he shapes a possession for his team. He'll create situations where he gets a mismatch or helps his teammate find one.
You know, Kevin, LeBron will use his high screens to just kind of shuffle defenders, make them think. Once he sees an opportunity, he'll pounce all over it. You can see him do this the most at the end of close games.
Here's Doncic following the basket by LeBron James. Morris against Powell. And stolen by LeBron. Here's Schroeder. Lays it up off the glass. Schroeder's got his second basket of the night.
Yeah, they have gone full throttle from the opening tip, showing no signs of letting up.
Already ahead by double digits, trying to run away and not look back.
The Mavericks shooting their first free throws of this game.
And what's so impressive about Doncic, the maturity. Yes, he's polished, but he's got a completeness to his game at such a young age.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Porzingis. Maxi Kleber comes in for Dwight Powell. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Richardson. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Kuzma outside. Clock at 4. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. And it's Harrell missing. Mavericks trail by 8. Down low and stolen by Harrell. The finish and finished off by LeBron.
And that's all started with the hustle by Harrell coming up with that steal. He gives you his all every night.
Here's Doncic. Shoots over Kuzma. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
Both sides attacking. That was good defense versus good offense.
Horton Tucker. The pass to LeBron. From outside the arc, it's rebounded by Doncic. The Mavericks have gone 0 of 4, missing their first 4 field goals here. The shot by Cauley-Stein, no good. Here are the Lakers. It's a 12-2 run here, good pace. Pass to Caruso. Fires for 3. Kleber with the rebound. And here we go, the Mavericks in a fast break. Hardaway with a wide open look. Trains it from beyond the arc.
Terrific play. This is why you run your offense through him and live with the results.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And earlier we got a few words from Marc Gasol regarding his former team.
The way he plays defensively, you know what he stands.
And of course, Gasol and Leonard won the championship together in 2019, largely, Greg, because of their ability to play defense and get stops.
And 2 former Defensive Players of the Year on the same team. That's going to be your foundation. But both guys were tremendous at the other end as well, albeit in different ways.
And we welcome you back to our special Noche Latina broadcast as the second quarter getting going right now. And taking a look at the Lakers' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing in the game?
I mean, offensively, I thought they did a good job of protecting the ball. And defensively, boy, were they disruptive.
Winning the turnover battle here early on, and you see that reflected in the score.
Cauley-Stein is out there with James Johnson. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Finney Smith in at the small forward position. So that's who Dallas starts the second with.
Nice work inside by Cauley-Stein. Great tools as a finisher.
James right side. Out to the right wing. Kuzma kicks to LeBron. 6 to shoot. From 11 feet away. And that's off the glass and in. James has got 8.
In some ways, this is the glue to LeBron's offense. Unstoppable from mid-range.
Teardrop shot, and it's laid in by Brunson.
Man, I'll tell you, when you get your floater game going, it's a tremendous weapon.
Caruso looking for an opening. To the inside. And here's Kuzma, who's coming off a 25-point game against Sacramento.
He was really aggressive on the glass, too. He really racked up on the boards out there.
That's their first of the game, though, so sharp passing has helped them to craft this lead.
And the Mavericks with some changes. Porzingis is checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein, and it's Richardson in for Tim Hardaway Jr. The Lakers also changing it up. Morris is checked in for Kyle Kuzma. Caldwell Pope comes in for James. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Alex Caruso.
Offensively, there's few things on the court Porzingis can't do. He can use his length, strength, or both.
Morris finds Schroeder. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. He's got 6. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for Dallas. 7-point differential. They host the Spurs after this one. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team. The wide open look here for Porzingis. Another 3 for Dallas.
I don't think we'll ever see another 7'3" player who can drain the 3 like Porzingis. He takes the idea of that inside-outside threat to a whole nother level.
Harrell on the follow.
Love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed.
Oh, I dunk you very much.
He can really fly, and you combine that, Greg, with some nice penetration, too, and you've got 2 points.
And the energy of a guy like Montrezl Harrell can rub off on the entire team.
Yes, it can. GA, he plays with a high motor, generates steals, blocks, and deflections. He's active all over the court, and now we're seeing it on the offensive end as well.
Lakers leading by 4. Schroeder outside. 1:14 left now here in the second. It's rebounded by Porzingis.
High percentage look for him, but bottom line, they're not all going to go down.
And the dunk by Porzingis.
Really unacceptable letting Porzingis get that kind of positioning. Once he's established, it's over.
Schroeder outside. Caldwell Pope outside. The Lakers get it back in a new 14.
And without looking at the scoreboard, you think they were the team trailing and trying to fight their way back.
Brunson against Schroeder. Brunson, no good. Lakers have gotten exactly half their shots to go down here in the second, 5 of 10. Schroeder outside. Lets it go with a 3. The offensive rebound. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Now it's a 6-point Laker lead.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Brunson, no good.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
We've got 13 seconds left in the first half. Schroeder outside. Over Doncic. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
And for Dennis Schroeder, that's a shot the defense will give him because of his ability to blow by people.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody, good. And LeBron, now late in his career, still playing at a very high level. Kenny, when's the last time you saw a star LeBron? Thanks for joining us, folks.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Greg, who would you choose as the best defenders of the NBA pick and roll?
Oof. That is a tough one. This will surprise some people. Nikola Jokic is one of the better big men defending the pick and roll, in part because of his instinct. You know, he doesn't impress me in terms of his physical attributes, but his mind, the ability to anticipate, having a sense of how perimeter players play the game. He's a guy that's terrific. I'll give you an oldie but goodie in Andre Iguodala. He's still terrific. And I pick bigger guys because you've got to be able to switch that and guard smaller players. And, you know, at the center and the swing position, those are two guys that still are very reliable.
Taking a look at the Lakers. Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wing. Morris is out there with Marc Gasol. And it's Schroeder in at the point guard position. Powell kicks to Finney-Smith. Dallas moving the ball around. Here's Doncic. Here's Porzingis. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Pass to Morris. Caldwell Pope on the wing. Over Richardson. Keeps it alive. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Porzingis passes to Doncic. Here's Richardson. Porzingis. Great positioning on the putback.
And talk about persistence. Porzingis just being a bully on the offensive glass and punishing the opposition.
Schroeder outside. James outside. Shot clock at 5. 13 feet away. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
Shaky start to the half. Going 1 for 4. Still trying to find that groove.
And here's Doncic from the arc. The Lakers with the rebound.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
And his rhythm, it's been way off. The goal now might be to get him something easy at the rim so he can just see the ball go in through the net, and that helps. That's just awesome position right there. Great basket to help add to the lead.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Hardaway's checked in. And then for the Lakers, Harrell, he's checked in for Morris. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Dennis Schroeder. And it's Alex Caruso in for Caldwell Pope.
You know, maybe the most storied high school player ever. It's amazing to think that LeBron's exceeded expectation here at the pro level.
And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. And the Lakers making a change here. Horton Tucker's checked in. And we just got a second look there at the exceptional mobile 1 block.
And when you're behind in the game, that's what you've got to do. Contest every shot.
Passes to Harrell. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here.
Getting hit on the way up, the ability to finish in traffic might be Harrell's strongest attribute offensively.
Hardaway for 3. Horton Tucker with the rebound. Lakers leading by 9. And he lobs it up toward the rim.
Yeah, nice silky finish on the alley-oop from the stupendous feed.
That sequence couldn't have been executed any better. And the former Utah Ute, Kyle Kuzma, can play either forward spot. Has a good blend, Smitty, of size and speed.
Yes, Kevin, but right now I prefer him at the 4. The reason why, he can stretch the floor, but he can tack a lot of those big forwards. And his shooting, it will get consistent as the years go on.
A wide open look here for Kuzma. And it's off from 3-point range.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Doncic dishes to Powell to end the run. The putback, it's good on the putback.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Here's Caruso. Richardson cover. Caruso kicks to Kuzma. Dishes it to Gasol. Kuzma outside. The pass to Harrell. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. And the Lakers lead by 11.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
And the dunk by Porzingis.
Keep getting it to this man. I mean, once Porzingis catches fire, there is no putting that out.
34 seconds left to play here in the third. Caruso, the pass to Gasol. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
One of the best all-around bigs in the league. Gasol continues to modernize his game.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Porzingis. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Josh Richardson. Cauley-Stein kicks to Hardaway. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Feeds to Powell. Back to Hardaway. Doncic passes to Hardaway. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got 3 assists tonight.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They played the better game so far, but their work is far from over. And let's listen to head coach Rick Carlisle review the game plan with...
Keep playing! Keep playing! Don't worry about it!
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Mavericks trail by 8. They've got Willie Cauley-Stein. Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Jalen Brunson. Then there's Luka Doncic. And it's Kleber in at the 4 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Brunson scanning the floor. Back to Cauley-Stein. That one falls. Cauley-Stein's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Mavs. James with it. Out to the wing. The feed to Gasol. Back to James. Out of bounds, Dallas will take possession. And here's what the schedule for the Lakers looks like. On Friday, they'll head back home to host the Indiana Pacers. And then on Monday, they'll be playing against Draymond Green and the Golden State Warriors.
And looking at the Minnesota matchup, it's the second game of a back.
Oh, wow!
Cauley-Stein, a tremendous athlete and a dynamic finisher.
LeBron outside. Pass to Caruso. Back to James. No good on that one. And it's Dallas the other way. And they have certainly been looking locked in offensively.
They sure have. Staying aggressive and playing under control. Big hops from the backcourt.
Oh, absolutely. And maybe just what they need to get this game, GA, going in their direction.
It's a tight contest. Those type of plays can fire up your team and swing momentum.
No one near James as he lets it go. Buries the long-range jumper.
Man, that's sure got to be a load off his mind after not hitting a single three-pointer in that first half.
Pass to Brunson. Launches a 3. The rebound by Gasol.
Uncontested look. Can't fault the shot selection. He's money from there.
James looking around. Kuzma finds Caldwell Pope. Back to LeBron. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. And some changes here for the Mavericks. Porzingis is checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Jalen Brunson. And it's Richardson in for Hardaway. Morris is checked in for the Lakers. Dennis Schroeder comes in for Alex Caruso. And the dunk by Porzingis.
I tell you what, I don't know what he did in the locker room, but he needs to do a little bit more of it because he's on fire.
Right wing. Goes up on the high post, and that one's good. Schroeder. And the Lakers lead by 5.
This is where the point guard position is going. Dennis able to manufacture points in critical moments.
Back to Kleber. Passes it to Finney-Smith. And the foul called on Markieff Morris. That's his first foul. Powell, he's checked in for Maxi Kleber. 1:43 left in the fourth quarter. And the shot goes down.
How about the poise from Doncic right there? He ups the ante when it's a critical possession here in the game.
LeBron dishes to Schroeder. to the middle. Here's Morris. Here's Gasol. There's the dish to Morris. Caldwell Pope outside. And it's Schroeder in the corner. Gasol kicks to Caldwell Pope. And the three off target.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Richardson finds Powell. Doncic outside. It drops. And oh, that was an enormous three-pointer.
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
This is why we all watch. The NBA is about these moments.
Schroeder up top, guarded by Doncic. Schroeder passes to Gasol. Back to Schroeder. Shoots over Doncic. Here's Morris. He kicks to Schroeder. James outside. Another shot. It's rebounded by Dallas. Now the Mavericks with it. They're on a 13-5 run here. Kicks it out to Richardson. To take the lead. Oh, off target. Now the Lakers on the break. Schroeder leading the charge. And the Mavericks call time here. The score knotted at 44. Just 2 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And now, let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, LeBron James.
And to me, the best part of his game has been the work he's done inside. I mean, slashing, driving the lane, attacking the basket at every chance. When he's had an opening, he's taken it.
That's out of bounds. The Mavericks able to retain possession here.
How big is that? Or should I say, how big might that become? Just a brutal mistake.
And stolen by LeBron. And that's going to do it for regulation. So we are headed to overtime. And we'll get going after this from... These teams have battled tooth and nail for 4 quarters, and now we head to overtime. Should be a blast. And it's the Mavericks to start out. And away we go here with post-regulation basketball. All fueled up and ready to go to overtime basketball here, brought to us by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. On the floor right now for the Mavericks, we've got Josh Richardson. Kristaps Porzingis is out there with Dwight Powell. Then there's Doncic, and it's Finney Smith in at the 3, the small forward. Floats it up for James. Up high to stop the alley-oop.
I mean, plenty of lift in those legs. LeBron never did the dunk contest. He just does it in a game.
Here's Finney Smith. They D that time from Harrell.
Unusual for him, just a lack of concentration. Fails to finish the play.
Here's Schroeder. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Now it's a 4-point Los Angeles lead.
A blur in the open court. Schroeder covers ground in a hurry.
And the dunk by Powell.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
This is a close-knit group. They feed off one another's energy.
Schroeder passes to Horton Tucker. LeBron James on the wing. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
Hate to see that. I know everyone's mind is on the play, but you've got to protect the ball.
Hardaway's checked in for the Mavericks. And the Lakers also making a change. Caldwell Pope's checked in. Lets it go from 14. And Doncic gets it to go. Doncic has got the game tied up here for the Mavs. Schroeder against Doncic. Schroeder kicks to LeBron. His 3-pointers off the mark.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Here's Powell. Hardaway passes to Powell. Just 5 to shoot. Hardaway finds Doncic. They get it again. Powell. Yes!
And the D getting out work there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
For some reason, blocking out has become a lost art, and that's the result you'll get.
Now here's Schroeder, and here's Morris for three. Goes back up. Porzingis with the block.
And with his length, Porzingis can be very disruptive on D. Not easy to get the shot off over that huge frame.
Powell kicks to Porzingis. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Off target from outside. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. Trailing by 2.
And Caldwell Pope not letting the pressure of the moment affect his focus.
Doncic passes to Porzingis. Now Doncic. Porzingis has the open look. No good.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
You know, if you get the ball to the right guy in the right spot, more often than not, you're coming away with points.
And the Lakers call time here. Here's James, plenty. The tagger! He drills the game winner!
Oh! And he wins it at the buzzer!
Was that for real? Did I just see that?
So it's Los Angeles taking the W in a close one. They had to scrape and claw to push it to overtime, but they really came on in the X. All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
obviously all season. You know, not even a personal highlight for me. I think it was a highlight for the whole league that we beat them. You know, everybody kind of didn't want them to win all the money and stuff like that. So when somebody finally did beat them and it was us, oh man, it was great.
The Wizards have come into virtual Toronto and stolen game one.
What about
the land of the...
Hello, basketball fans. You've got it. Now a chance to take a look at some numbers for him.
And his three-point shooting has gotten a lot better over his last 10 games. He looks so much more comfortable from beyond. There's no doubt he's got the green light to let it fly whenever the shot's there for him.
And now the Lakers starting group. Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Morris is out there with Marc Gasol. And it's Schroeder in at the point. And for Portland, they've got Enes Kanter. Jones is out there with Robert Covington. Then it's Damian Lillard. And it's Trent in at the 2 spot. So the Portland Trailblazers able to put the first points up on the board. Here's Schroeder. And he wills that one in. Sinking right through off the back iron. Greg, if your system overall for these teams, if the schemes don't seem to be working, how much can you really change before you get to the offseason, or in particular, before you get to the playoffs?
It's never easy. A system change would come typically with a coaching change, and the reality is you also have to evaluate the roster, and you can't fit that square peg into a round hole. Whatever your system is, it's got to be catered to the personnel you have. You can't go the other way around, and I think that's what separates oftentimes the good coaches from the great ones.
Trent passes to Jones. The shot by Lillard, wide open. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Lillard's got 5.
Almost perfect in the game to start, 3 of 4.
Here's Schroeder, and off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
And such a strong offensive player. Schroeder is capable of knocking down some mid-range shots if you give him some room.
Schroeder against Lillard. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. He's got 7.
Shooting 4 of 5 to start the game. That's got to be a feel good.
And one thing that I don't think Dame Lillard gets enough recognition for, he's an absolutely fantastic leader for this team. The exact kind of captain you would want.
Dame Lillard doesn't do anything with regards to making excuses for some of the reasons why the team may come up short. All he's concerned with is how can we get better. That's the kind of leader you can get behind.
Here's Jones. Oh, that was
huge! Incredible. He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime. Here's LeBron, and James throws it down.
LeBron putting the ball down on the deck. You just can't stop him when he goes straight to the rim.
Portland moving the ball around. Lillard from deep three-point land. No good from outside. Lakers trail by 3. James with it. Kanter covering. Caldwell Pope with a wide open look. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron.
What vision by LeBron. Always willing to give up the ball. They're just hitting a wide open teammate.
And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
Taking a look here at some numbers for Damian Lillard. He's been dominant over the last month. 7th in scoring, and such a great distributor and decision maker, among the top 10 in assists per game.
And you noted it. His points per game average is unreal right now. He's literally propping up the team's offense, scoring whenever they need him to.
This is what happens when you put the hard work in, as Harrell is impacting the game.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Simons the pass to Kanter. Takes it out to Covington. Just 2 to shoot. Lays it up and banks it in.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Here's LeBron after the made shot from Robert Covington. Loads it up there for Harrell. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Montrezl Harrell with a throwdown that gets his teammates up.
Over to the wing. Simons, the pass to Carmelo. Feeds it to Cantor. Over Harrell. That's good from Cantor on the assist by Anthony.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
On the wing, James. And the dunk by James.
LeBron patient there, keeping the defense guessing, maybe mixing up their coverages on the back end. Makes him very unpredictable in the pick and roll set.
Here's Simons. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Kicks it out to Covington. Back to Cantor. Tries again. And the layup is up and in.
Like when his motor is running and he's playing with high levels of energy, Cantor is a monster on the offensive glass.
And Caruso's got the ball here for Los Angeles. Pass to James. Kuzma outside. Back to James. It's all tied in Portland. We'll get right back to the action when we return. Well, before the game, we talked with Damian Lillard. He credits his upbringing.
I think it comes from being in a big family. You know, as a kid, I would go to my grandmother's house and I had a...
And that's the kind of support, Greg, he gives his teammates on and off the floor.
And, you know, guys naturally trust him. They believe in him, and he typically comes through when they need him.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And for Portland guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Yeah, that worked wonders for them in the quarter. We'll see what kind of adjustments get made.
They've got Anthony. Enes Kanter is out there with Robert Covington. Then it's Rodney Hood. And it's Simons in at point guard. That's the group on the floor for Portland.
One of the big calling cards for Rodney Hood and why he can compete at this level is his athleticism. So as long as he believes in that, he can continue to make contributions to any team.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Jones is checked in, and Los Angeles making a change here as well. Schroeder's checked in. It's stolen by Jones. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Simon. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Now we take a look at the 2K leaderboard to see who the best rebounders in the NBA have been over the last 10 games. Enes Kanter is second.
When it comes to rebounding, it's been a stupendous stretch for him. He's been using his body and strength so effectively.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Lillard's checked in. Greg, not all drafts are the same in terms of talent, but 2019 was a year to remember.
No doubt about it. I mean, transcendent talent at the top. You think of Zion and Ja, both could be future league MVPs. And the irony is that those two guys were teammates in high school. Go figure.
Go figure is right. Enes Kanter's checked in for the Trailblazers. The Lakers also making some changes. Marcus All comes in for Montrezl Harrell. And Markieff Morris subbed in for Alex Caruso.
And the edge Kuzma plays with is terrific. A tough, versatile player who plays with a real hunger to keep getting better. And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, why settle for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that?
Portland leading by 5. Here's Anthony. Pass to Kanter. Lillard outside. Portland moving the ball around. Kanter controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Kanter's got the lead up to 7 now for the Trailblazers.
There's the positive attitude, the strong work ethic of Kanter. Great putback.
Here's Schroeder. Los Angeles with another miss.
The D giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time.
and running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed? He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
It's deflected.
That's good footwork from the big man as Cantor aware defensively to get to that one.
Portland's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Lillard against Schroeder. Got a piece of it. Kuzma outside. And it's Schroeder in the corner. And stolen by Hood. And now Jones running the floor all by himself. And Jones slams it home.
You want Hood to keep making some kind of impact in this game on defense. And steals like that, that's going to help out the team.
Now here's Schroeder. He's coming off a 28-point game against the Kings in Sacramento.
And guys, the other thing that he did well was just facilitate the offense, pass the ball around beautifully in that one. Seriously, put on a passing clinic.
Portland leading by 7. Lillard looking around. Shoots the 3. They get it back. Cantor kicks to Jones. And there's the pass to Lillard. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Morris outside. Rebounded by Anthony.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Here's Jones. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Lillard against Schroeder. Kuzma outside. Schroeder outside. A second chance effort. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a... And here we go, coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
This all no good.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
Nice there, getting the reverse. Love that. And the fans got a little bit of a show there.
Guys, that one definitely had a little something extra on it. And so it's the Portland Trail Blazers. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks, can't tell you how much it means to us to have you. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. At its highest, their lead topped out at... And that'll...
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Lakers trail by 11. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. So the Lakers 5 right now. Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Morris is out there with Marc Gasol. And it's Schroeder in a point. Lillard against Schroeder. Lillard attacking. That one goes. Count it. Lillard's got the lead up to 13 now for Portland.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Shoots from the high post. Portland grabs the miss.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the chart.
Nice open look, but it's no good.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Pass to Jones. The three ball. And there's Lillard. That's good on the assist by Jones. Lillard's got 5 points in the quarter. Jones against James. Over in the corner, Caldwell Pope. And that'll be the Lakers as it goes out of bounds. Lakers retain possession.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
Simons, he's checked in for Lillard. The Lakers also making some changes. Harrell comes in for Marc Gasol. And it's Alex Caruso in for Dennis Schroeder. 2 on the clock. Here's James, and James throws it down.
I feel like LeBron James plays more comfortable with the shot clock low like that. No panic in his game.
Passes it to Covington. Canner, high post. Kicks it out to Covington. And stolen by LeBron. Here's the break. Here's Caruso. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
When LeBron came into the league, we knew he was authentically more a playmaker than a scorer. So whatever way it takes to get his team to get points, LBJ is good with it.
Simons, the pass to Canner. All sorts of time. Gets a hand on it, and Cantor able to finish. Cantor's got 10 points in the game.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. Caruso kicks to LeBron. Greg, 11 years for you in the NBA. You had to have some favorite players.
Ooh. Okay. Sometimes LeBron just likes to take it all out on the rim. That time on display.
A different look now for Portland. Anthony comes in for Enes Kanter. And Hood subbed in for Derek Jones. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for the Lakers. Over to the left wing. Covington passes to Hood. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Here's Trent. He's guarded by Caldwell Pope. Just 5 on the clock. And it's Simons missing. Lakers trail by 11. Kuzma, right side. James in the post. Covered by Hood. A nice shot by LeBron.
They are just killing them on the interior.
And so it's Anthony bringing it up for the Trailblazers. At one point, they led by 16. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Covington trying to break free, and that one's good. Anthony's got his second bucket of the game to go. The Lakers have gotten 4 of their first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break.
And last year showed that there's still a place in the NBA for a guy like Melo. Mostly a mid-range shooter in the league that has turned away from that. But buckets are buckets, and Melo can still light it up.
It's LeBron with the drive. Back to Kuzma. LeBron James on the wing. And James throws it down.
LeBron staying on the attack here. He knows when he can take over the game. It's whenever he wants to.
Trailblazers leading by 9. Trent passes to Covington. Here's Trent. Back to Covington. Pass to Simons. Inside. Covington with the bucket. And the Trailblazers lead by 11.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots. Playing smart with the lead.
Here's James. And LeBron throws it down.
Yeah, I'm not going to give LeBron any more space, but certainly like to see him dunk. How about that throwdown?
And the pass to Hood. Banked in off the glass. And so it's Portland holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate. And how about the setup this was?
What an advantage if your off guard can make plays so valuable.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. They've got Anthony. He's out there with Rodney Hood. Robert Covington out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Trent in at the shooting guard. That's the group on the floor for Portland.
Well, compact and strong. Lillard using his frame and still finishes.
Schroeder outside. There's the feed to Gasol.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the
And he knocks down the first one.
And there aren't too many big men more dependable than Gasol. He's a skilled passer who can operate out of that high post, but also give you a little rim protection if you need it.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Cantor comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And it's Derek Jones in for Rodney Hood. Lillard outside. Jacks up a three. The rebound by Gasol. Lakers trail by 11. Schroeder with the ball. Lillard picks him up. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it.
Just didn't get his hands up in time on that one. They weren't on the same page there.
Markieff Morris is checked in for the Lakers. Three-pointer, Lillard. They get the rebound.
You know, his positioning near the hoop, always to his advantage. Just a terrific job to tip that one back in.
Schroeder against Lillard. And it's sent back by Lillard. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And a deep three from Lillard. Portland no good that time either.
You know, he's usually very reliable from out there, but tonight it's just not going down.
And a wide open look for James. Off target from the wing. Portland leading by 15. Lillard outside. The dish to Cantor. Covington passes to Cantor. Kicks it out to Lillard. There's the three. Second shot opportunity. That's tipped. Stolen by Caldwell Pope. And now the fast break. Schroeder with the ball.
It wouldn't surprise me to see him find his touch and still be a factor. Don't count them out yet.
And a deep three from Lillard. Buries it from three-point range. Lillard's got 12 points here in the second half.
Amazing how much Lillard has spatial awareness when his defender's just far enough away. He's going to shoot that quickly.
LeBron is doubled. It's stolen by Jones. And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. And the foul called on Markieff Morris. That's his first foul. Three from the inbound. The Trailblazers rebound. Lillard against Caldwell Pope. And it's Damian Lillard with the three. Lillard's got 24 points.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
Greg, we are in an era of positionless basketball, and we know the All-Star game now has a 2 backcourt, 3 front court position as opposed to 2 guards, 2 forwards, and a center when you're voting. Should they get rid of those designations entirely?
I tell you what, I think you could make a strong case for that. When you go back to last season, many felt Jimmy Butler got robbed of a starting spot.
Yes.
I think, listen, this is the fans' vote. Why not the 5 top vote getters? I don't care if they're 4 guards. If the 5 players that the fans want to see the most play a certain position, then so be it. You know, they're not going to play all 48 minutes. You're still going to have your 7 other spots to kind of balance out the roster. I'd say just let the fans tell you the 5 they want to see, and let's go play.
And the Lakers making a change here. Harrell, he's checked in for Jones. Markieff Morris comes in for Jared Dudley. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, he's checked in for Wesley Matthews. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Alex Caruso. Cantor trying to free himself up.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win.
Oh, man. LeBron not messing around. That time in the paint, close to the rim, smelling blood.
Get on down. Lillard outside. From beyond the arc and then some. And the Trailblazers lead by 20.
This arena was rocking throughout the night. You could really feel the energy.
A huge motivation, always great for a young team, but veteran players also appreciate when fans come with that kind of energy and get into the spirit of the game.
And Caldwell-Pope able to hit those mid-range shots consistently, but that's one the defense will live with.
Lillard dishes to Jones, and Lillard kicks to Jones. And Damian Lillard with the bucket on the assist by Jones. Lillard's got 30 points, about 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Cantor against Schroeder. To the middle. James outside. The three-pointer off the mark. Now here's Jones. Here's Lillard. From deep. Off the mark.
And the quickness and long arms of KCP, he does a good job of getting into the shooter.
David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up for Brent Barry. Great.
content. You can make yourself valuable off the court. That's what matters, you know, just as much as your sex skill.
What's the biggest lesson that you've learned as a pro?
You're playing for something bigger than you, obviously. You know, even if it's not, you know, for me, it would be the Wizards, you know, the NBA. I've seen, you know, this opportunity get taken away from so many people, and I just think
the sprawling metropolis of and let's check out a breakdown looking at some of the stats for Luka Doncic.
And guys, it hasn't been pretty for him in the past 5 games. He's having one of those scoring slumps that all players go through at some point in the season. But I know he hadn't lost his confidence, and I expect this young man to get after it here tonight.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. They've got Jones, Robert Covington out there with Enes Kanter. Then it's Damian Lillard, and it's Trent in at the 2 spot. And for the Mavericks, Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Luka Doncic out there with Richardson. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward.
And how about this stat? Over the course of Robert Covington's career, over 60% of his shots coming from long range.
And Greg, the prototypical 3-and-D guy, you almost want to reverse it because defense has been the pivot point for Robert Covington's emergence as a player in this league. And to me, this is what KP has got to do. Porzingis has the size and length to be a factor on the offensive glass.
Here's Lillard. Porzingis with the block. Doncic outside. Richardson the pass to Porzingis. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
How about Porzingis? Shrugs off the hit. That work in the weight room paying off already. You gotta love the time he's put in to make himself a challenge.
Greg, too early to start talking about MVP for this year? We're mid-season.
You know, we've gotten to a point now where we start talking MVP at the start of the season. You know,
yeah, right.
People just love to talk sports at this point, especially when it comes to the most prestigious individual awards out there. I think you can make a case and sway some opinions with your play this time of year, but I like to let it all play out before I start focusing on that.
Things can change in a hurry, can't they, in a season?
Yes, they can.
Like you say, let it play out.
We know this about Robert Covington. He is a team man first and foremost. Pretty pass.
From the high post, and the Mavericks getting another bucket right there.
Poor design there defensively. They know he's a knockdown shooter from that spot.
That's not coming with the right mentality. The defender neither closes the space nor challenges the shot. That's frustrating as a coach, boy.
Here's Lillard, following the score by Josh Richardson. Here's Kanter. Goes back up. Lillard misses.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Finney-Smith passes to Doncic. Dallas moving the ball around, and Finney-Smith gets it to go.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Lillard outside. Porzingis with the block.
You know, when you drive the lane, you have to know where Porzingis is, because with his reach, he can sneak up and send that shot away anytime.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
You want to continue to build on this lead. Right now, still a little too close for comfort.
To the inside, Lillard and Damian Lillard with the jam.
Boy, I love seeing Kanter distribute the basketball. If you're open, this guy will find you.
Now, here's Richardson. Defense right on him. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Here's Trent. No points in the game yet for him. Left side, Jones. Pass to Trent. Lillard outside. The feed to Kanter. Porzingis with the block. Fast break, Dallas. Richardson gets a wide open look. Buries the corner 3. Richardson's got 5.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip, and guys are making their shots. That's critical.
And stolen by Richardson. Down low, Covington with the steal. Out on his own on the break. Here's Cantor. Finished off the break.
We are talking about length and activity of Mr. Robert Covington. You want to know why coaches love his defensive presence? It's right there for you.
Now, here's Richardson. He's coming off a 16-point game against Oklahoma City.
Boy, and defensively, he had them off balance. He was able to come away with 4 steals.
Boy, that was quick. Already out to a double-digit lead.
Wow, they've come out strong. Control the pace, assert their will. Nice.
Here's Lillard. Playing Sacramento, he was nearly unstoppable.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. We have got to see that sensational mobile one block again.
Some intimidation right away. Got to show those shooters you're going to be there all night long.
So it's Portland now. He kicks it to Covington. Lillard outside. Up and in on the layup. 8 points for him.
No excuse giving Lillard that kind of positioning. That's just too easy.
No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. And a miss there on the triple. A big-time effort for Porzingis, providing a lot of energy for Dallas. And the blocks just kept on coming for him. He's playing some fantastic D. We'll return shortly. Well, earlier, Damian Lillard spoke to us about how he...
I look to the times where...
Greg, he's certainly a gentleman in victory and defeat.
You know, Lillard takes the L as a learning opportunity. Sure, it stings, but he also knows it can make them stronger if they use it right.
And buenos noches, basketball fans. It's Latin night here on 2K Sports. And you might have noticed the custom jerseys worn by the players. And guys, what's your take so far on the Mavs?
I love their effort, contesting shots, trying to intimidate here early on.
Well, as a shooter, when the ball is sent back in your direction enough times, it can certainly have an impact on your mind.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the court for the Trailblazers, we've got Anthony. Also, Enes Kanter out there. Jones is out there with Rodney Hood. And it's Simons in at the one. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for one.
That's good. Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
And born and raised in Toronto, Powell is part of a growing legion of NBA players who hail from up north.
We the North. How about upon arriving in Dallas, he became the 5th Canadian to suit up just for the Dallas Mavs organization alone. So college and NBA scouts spending more time there now. What a beautiful country with plenty of basketball talent.
Trailblazers trail by 11. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Yeah, they've gotten into a nice flow this quarter.
Richardson kicks to Brunson. Powell trying to free himself up. Brunson, good. Brunson's got 5 points now in the quarter.
This is as pure a shooter as there is. You've got to stay connected or it's a problem.
Hood against Richardson. Kanter dishes to Hood. Back to Kanter. Lays it up off the glass. And it's 6 points for Enes Kanter.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Brunson kicks to Johnson. And stolen by Hood. Pass to Simons. Anthony dishes to Hood. To the paint. Here's Simons. Jones against Hardaway. Jones in the post. Just 4 to shoot. Out to Hood. The three from Anthony. Trailblazers keep it alive. The shot's good from Cantor.
And I like that they're not settling. Getting the ball on the interior, 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
Richardson against Hood. Here's Powell. Richardson trying to break loose. The shot by Powell, no good. Trailblazers trail by 8. And for those of you just joining us in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by, Greg, who are your favorite players to watch in the NBA?
Boy, that's a tough one. You know, you gotta like the guys that have changed the game in some regards, right? Steph, KD, and Giannis. Those are 3 guys that are just doing things that don't seem normal.
True.
Then others who remind you of past greatness. You know, Jason Tatum with Kobe, or maybe an Anthony Davis with Hakeem. And those are guys that I love. And then the other guy, listen, LeBron James. I could watch him play basketball every day. You know, to do what he's done at this stage of his career, I just think it's incredible. And I think our game is in great shape.
Agree on all counts.
Well, I'm telling you, this guy is doing everything he can to get them where they want to be. He's been on a mission in this period.
Runs in the pass to Richardson. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Richardson's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
The pass to Simons. Now Cantor. He's coming off a 22-point game against Sacramento.
The other thing I thought was big, guys, was the incredible night he had on the glass. No one wanted any part of him down there.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Right. You could see on that possession, one side playing with a little desperation, the other side losing focus.
And, folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Cantor's shot is off.
I'll tell you, most of the time this guy's going to finish that, but that was tremendous defense that prohibits him from completing the play.
Powell dishes to Johnson. Second chance shot. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
The Mavericks shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
Yeah, pretty good numbers on the season when you look at their free throw attempts, right around 78%.
And the second free throw, good.
Boy, showing a lot more aggressiveness now after making 0 trips to the line in the first quarter.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Well, it's amazing. If you finish quarters the right way, it can have such a great impact on the outcome of a game.
Lillard, right side. The wing jumper, off target.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
And so it's the Dallas Mavericks in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the 3rd quarter soon to...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. It was all Kristaps Porzingis in the first quarter. He had 9 points, 3 block shots.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, 1 half to go. It's been a clinic so far from Enes Kanter.
And those extra chances mean so much. And he has shaped the game with the way he's been pulling down those offensive boards.
Really putting his handprint on this game. You love the hustle. You love the work ethic he has had on display.
Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Josh Richardson out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3, the small forward. So that's who Rick Carlisle starts the second half with. To the inside. And the dunk by Porzingis.
You know, at 7'3", yes, he can dunk. But with that athleticism and his sense for the dramatic and his flair, look out, folks. He can be special.
Kanter kicks to Lillard. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
That should give them a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
Well, sometimes it's about taking it into your own hands. That kind of individual play could spark his group.
Here's Doncic. Here's Porzingis. Yes, once again, he remains perfect. 6 attempts and 6 hits.
Well, the advantage they have right now is largely based on his play. What an outstanding night.
And Doncic was part of a draft day trade that so far seems to have worked out pretty well for both teams.
That's exactly right. Doncic, Greg, was selected by Atlanta with the 3rd pick. He was then quickly shipped to Dallas for the 5th overall pick, which turned into Trae Young, plus a future pick. Neither of these young men wasted any time putting their stamp on the NBA. I do think their futures will always be discussed in connection with the other. Wow, what a start. 3 for 3, terrific play calling, everything clicking out of the gates here.
Lillard surveying the D. Shoots over Doncic. No good off the back of the rim.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
The 3. Porzingis on the foul. And now an 11-point Dallas lead.
80% shooting to start the 3rd, 4 for 5.
Doncic against Lillard. Jones drives in. Lillard outside. Inside. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. And here we go. The Mavericks on a fast break. Richardson's running. Passes to Finney-Smith. Doncic outside. It's Richardson on the wing. Here's Porzingis. 9 for 9, looking deadly accurate. Like guys he cannot miss.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Doncic with the steal. Fast break, here they come. Puts one up from 19. And another basket for Dallas.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Here's Lillard. And Lillard throws it down.
Don't let his height fool you. Lillard can rise up with the best of them.
Pass to Kleba. Back to Doncic. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Covington with the steal. Left side Jones. Outside Covington. Lillard against Doncic. And it's blocked. And it goes out of bounds. That one is off Kleba. Tim Hardaway Jr. is checked in for the Mavericks. Jalen Brunson comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Simons, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. And that was another look at the aggressive D that led to the Mobile 1 block.
And they're determined to add to the lead, not with more offense, but with big-time D. That should give them a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
Well, sometimes it's about taking it into your own hands. That kind of individual play could spark his group.
You know, often we think of Dame as a scorer first, but they're reminding us of his great ability to pass the rock.
Brunson kicks to Porzingis. Fires from 14. Outside Hardaway. Kleba finds Doncic. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And the dunk by Doncic.
This incredible confidence that Luka Doncic possesses, my goodness.
Trailblazers trail by 11. Pass to Trent. Brunson against Lillard. To the wing right side. Fires the 3. Hits the three-point bomb. Lillard's got 11 here in this quarter alone.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Well, the best players to me deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
And so it's Dallas in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this was?
How about the secondary playmaking you are getting? Great to have that from the shooting guard spot.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. On the court right now for the Trailblazers, we've got Robert Covington. Anthony is out there with Hood, and it's Simons in at the point guard position.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Hardaway against Hood. Shoots from 14. Cauley-Stein kicks to Brunson. On the wing, Hardaway. Puts up a three. Dallas keeping it alive. A fresh 14.
And with his vertical reach, you expect Cauley-Stein to be a factor on the offensive glass.
Trailblazers trail by 8. There's the pass to Anthony. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books.
And they continue to control the glass.
Doncic looking it over. That three off the mark.
Boy, this guy just can't buy a bucket, and yet they have the advantage.
Cauley-Stein finds Doncic. Right side Hardaway. Down low. Powell, the pass to Brunson. And good that time. And now a 10-point Maverick lead.
Well, they love to see Powell keep his eyes up and look for his teammates. The more assists they get out of him, the more dangerous their offense will be.
Powell with the steal. Covington against Doncic. To the middle. Cauley-Stein dishes to Doncic. Powell kicks to Doncic. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Cauley-Stein's got 4 points in the quarter.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? Stolen by Brunson. Doncic against Anthony, and yes, it's good.
Boy, the quick trigger of Luka Doncic makes him especially dangerous in catch and shoot. Good luck, defender.
Trailblazers moving the ball around. Outside Hood. Passes it to Simons. Count that bucket. Your son, Cole Gregg, was one of the top high school players in America. A lot of services had him #1. Talk about what it was like going through the recruiting process as a dad.
You know, it was fun for the most part because he really kind of kept everything in perspective. And the teams we dealt with, the schools we dealt with, man, they were all top-notch. So that process, about as enjoyable as one could ask for. But at the same time, it's still stressful, man. That's still your little guy getting ready to head off to college.
Well, you're a dad and a proud one at that. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Simons. And that one is stuffed right through.
Oh, how about using the rim to get some true hang time?
You know, he just wanted to make sure the landing was softer than the takeoff. Outside Hardaway. Fades and shoots. Pass to Brunson. For the three. Offensive rebound. Out to Hardaway. And here's Doncic from the arc. And it's Portland with the rebound.
And you know what? If you're the defense, you got him right where you want him. Let him keep shooting those threes because he's been brutal in this half.
Outside Hood. Pass to Simons. And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. That is his first foul of the game. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Porzingis is checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Maxi Kleber comes in for Dwight Powell. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Jalen Brunson. And Josh Richardson subbed in for Tim Hardaway Jr. Portland also making some changes. Cantor checked in for Robert Covington. Derek Jones comes in for Hood. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. Lillard outside. Kicks it out to Jones. A floater. It's rebounded by Doncic. They've shared the load offensively.
And guys, they put the defense on their heels. You can see right now they're trying to react, and that's what you want when you're in a rhythm offensively.
Got a hand on it.
Encouraging to see Cantor trying harder on the defensive end. There's height. There's ability to block shots. Go to work, Ennis.
So we see the Mavericks taking the win here. So, all right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight, folks. we welcome you, and with
Kevin, thank you very much. Last season,
You're right, Dave. That is scary. Thanks for that one. Let's see some of the numbers here for Luka Doncic.
His assist numbers in the past 5 games have gone in the wrong direction. He's been out of sync with his teammates, sort of playing on an island instead of as part of a 5-man unit.
Now, a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Luka Doncic out there with Josh Richardson. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward. And for the Lakers, Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Markieff Morris is out there with Marc Gasol. And it's Schroeder in at the 1. Greg, we're still involved in the conference system. Does it hold relevance as we're looking here at the standings mid-season?
You know, for travel distance, yes, and there's also some tradition at stake. I mean, look, that said, in a perfect world, you'd like to see the best 16 teams make the playoffs each year, but we've had, you know, imbalance in conferences forever, so that's not going to change, but sometimes change is just necessary.
How about quickly for the playoffs? Would you like to reseed and take the top 6 teams, 1 through 16?
I would. I think that'd be a great idea.
Richardson. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Sacramento.
Yeah, I mean, on the road, their defense was just overrun. Couldn't match the intensity of the opponent, and it cost them.
I mean, I flat out, I thought they looked overmatched. I mean, I thought they lacked aggressiveness and heart out there.
Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Porzingis with the block.
And with his length, Porzingis can be very disruptive on D. Not easy to get the shot off over that huge frame.
And here is Los Angeles now. Knocked away. Finney-Smith kicks to Richardson. The putback, Porzingis on the follow.
And what a motor. Porzingis is an all-star talent who is also willing to do the dirty work.
Schroeder against Doncic. Caldwell Pope outside. Back to Schroeder. Shoots over Doncic. And again, no good by the Lakers.
Oh, their movement is good, and they get the ball into the right hand. Now, usually, he drops those in between jumpers.
And the dunk by Porzingis.
Really unacceptable letting Porzingis get that kind of positioning. Once he's established, it's over.
Doncic against Schroeder. Over Doncic. Here's Gasol. Porzingis with the block. Richardson outside. Puts one up from 19. Count it.
Methodical from mid-range. Richardson, an effective shooter, so his teammates trust his shot attempt.
James looking it over. Good on the shot.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you got to bring much faster help than that.
Now, here's Richardson. He's coming off a 16-point game against Oklahoma City.
And that didn't come at the cost of his defense. In fact, I think it fed his defense. He had 4 steals in that game.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Schroeder against Doncic. Caldwell Pope passes to Schroeder. Caldwell Pope outside. Clock is at 3. Doncic with the block.
And not exactly quick off the floor, but Luka uses great anticipation to make defensive plays.
The dive for the ball. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Doncic. So it's both teams making substitutions here. LeBron outside. There's 39 seconds left to play here in the first. 4 on the shot clock. From 12 feet out. And again, no good by the Lakers.
His offense has been non-existent tonight. It's really hurt me.
Richardson kicks to Porzingis. Kicks it out to Richardson. Harrell against Porzingis. Hardaway passes to Porzingis. Back to Hardaway from 17 feet out. Offensive rebound, Mavericks. And the dunk by Porzingis.
And when he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. And the defense has to be aware of this. When you don't put a body on him, you pay.
And so it's Dallas, holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. And we'll be back with you shortly. And we return to the second quarter, and Noche Latina specialized jerseys on display. Welcome back, everyone. And guys, what's your take so far on the Mavs?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
No question. It's been stifling thus far, preventing that offense from establishing any kind of rhythm.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court for the Mavericks, Jalen Brunson out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. Then there's Dwight Powell. Then it's James Johnson. And it's Doncic in at the 3. Here's Brunson. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. It's a victory here for the home team last time these guys met.
And whether by design or by accident, they drew so many fouls in that game. Foul trouble for the other side became a huge issue.
It forced them to go much deeper into their bench than they wanted to. And then the game got ugly.
Brunson scanning the floor. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Dallas making a switch here. A one-deuce checked in. Lakers trail by 4. LeBron outside. Plenty of space. Here's Harrell. Pass to Caruso. James outside. Shot clock at 5. Tries again. The rebound by a one-do.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
And stolen by James. And it's the Lakers on the break. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, he's checked in for the Lakers. He dishes it to Harrell. He's looking for Caldwell-Pope and finds him. Here's Horton Tucker. Guarded by Hardaway. Just 2 to shoot. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Quarter number 2. We're about 2 minutes in. Brunson finds Powell. Back to Brunson. And stolen by Harrell. Caldwell-Pope passes to Harrell. Misses from short range.
He doesn't get the finish, but the D's got to be quicker to rotate and stop him from getting to the rim.
And stolen by Kuzma. Pope loose. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Hardaway. Here's Caruso. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Greg, you were a feared ball hawk in your playing days, and I know you see similar players playing today.
No doubt about that, Kev. You know, Ben Simmons, a player at 6'10" with those hands. He's incredible to watch on that. And how about Fred VanVleet, though? He's a guy, they say he's 6'1". I don't know, but he gets into you and competes, man. And that's the beauty of our game. You know, you can be as big as the trees and have a major impact, or you can be one of those little fellas, as they like to call us, and be equally as effective on the floor.
Like the Chris Pauls, the Patrick Beverleys. There are a lot of those guys that play the ball like you did so well. Yeah, right. Great play.
Morris has run the pick and roll thousands of times. He knows where to slash after setting the screen.
And there's the pass to Brunson. Back to Hardaway. And he hammers that one down right in the face of Marc Gasol.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. To the inside. Yep, it goes. And the Dallas lead is cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from Gasol.
Look at Morris break down the defense on this play. If they leave one of his guys open, he's going to get it to him fast.
Powell dishes to Hardaway. That one goes in. Hardaway has got 4 this quarter.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Caruso looking for an opening. The shot's good from Gasol. Gasol's got his second bucket tonight.
You know, he's had better starts, obviously, but he's shaking it off here in the second.
Dallas moving the ball around. Now the Lakers on the break. Morris with the ball for 3. Caldwell Pope. The rebound by Johnson. If they time it right, they can end this quarter with a 2-for-1.
And that's how you want to end the quarters.
Back to Hardaway. Pass to Awundu to the left wing. Now here's Brunson. An 11-point game for him in the win against Oklahoma City.
And don't leave out his rebounding. He had a big impact in that game with all his effort on the glass.
Johnson gets the bucket.
Oh, doesn't have to break stride at all thanks to the money lead pass.
Here's Caruso. Brunson covering. Pass to Kuzma. The 3. A shot that time, not on target. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks with their lead standing at 6 points here. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. It was all Kristaps Porzingis in the first quarter. He had 8 points, 2 block shots, and 6 rebounds. And that's going to do.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Porzingis having a dominant impact in this game.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
Yeah, the offense looks crisp, and guys are hitting their shots.
Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Marc Gasol is out there with Morris, and it's Schroeder in at the point. That's the group starting the second half for Frank Vogel. His first shot coming late, and a little luck that time, but it drops. Doncic has got his team on the board first here in the second half for Dallas. Now James. You know, he rips it and jams it right over Porzingis. Wow!
Oh, come on. Hall of Fame athleticism and ability. James has no problem throwing it down in style.
Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Marc Gasol. Free throw good, LeBron. And so here is Dallas. It's a 5-point game. Doncic outside. In the corner, it's Richardson. Doncic outside. 6 to shoot. Out to Porzingis. Dallas needs to get off a shot. And that one is good. And the Mavericks lead by 7.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
Schroeder outside, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That is his first foul of the game. Los Angeles making a switch here. Horton Tucker's checked in. James, no good.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
Doncic against James. Porzingis trying to get free. Kicks it out to Richardson. Kleba up top. Covered by Morris. And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Schroeder passes to Morris. Deflects the pass. Doncic against Schroeder. Shoots over Doncic. Los Angeles with another miss.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
Yeah, he just hit a rough patch. He's trying to climb out of it, but it hasn't been successful.
Here's Porzingis. That one is good again. He's 6 for 8 from the floor with the basket.
So that makes him 4 for 5. I mean, I think that's pretty good numbers. I mean, they've got to be pleased with how things are playing off so far.
Schroeder looking around. Inside. And here we go. The Mavericks in a fast break. So it's Richardson with the jam.
So lethal in open court situations. Richardson excels at using his speed and athleticism to do damage in transition.
James outside. Looking to end the run. And finished off by LeBron.
And that's exactly what they need to do right now. I mean, just attack the basket. And, hey, if you get fouled, maybe you get some free throws out of it.
Richardson kicks to Doncic. Down low. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Doncic has got the lead up to 13 now for the Mavs. And here's James. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand. And the dunk by James.
Well, James is superb at scoring the ball, especially when he gets a pick, giving him all the room he needs.
Doncic against Schroeder to the paint. Here's Porzingis. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. 14 points for Porzingis.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
James outside. From down in the low post, it goes. LeBron's got 9 points now in just the second half. Kleber against Morris. Here's Richardson. Porzingis on the follow. And the Mavericks lead by 13.
Keep getting it to this man. I mean, once Porzingis catches fire, there is no putting that out.
The drive by James and the dunk by LeBron.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Well, come on, guys. Someone has to rotate over. Defensively, that's just poor communication.
And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Marc Gasol's checked in for Montrezl Harrell. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Morris. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, he's checked in for James. And it's Alex Caruso in for Dennis Schroeder. Then for the Mavericks, Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Maxi Kleber. Hardaway comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Here's Cauley-Stein. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. The Mavericks on top. They lead by 11. Don't go anywhere. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
Oh, beautiful feed. Always a luxury to have a big man who can see the whole floor.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. On the floor for Dallas starting the fourth quarter here. Hardaway and Porzingis in at the forward slots. Richardson is out there with Jalen Brunson. And it's Cauley-Stein in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Porzingis can't hit.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Kuzma passes to Caldwell-Pope. Jacks up a 3. Porzingis with the rebound. Porzingis has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Pass to Brunson. And here is Cauley-Stein. Over Caldwell Pope. It's tipped.
And Caldwell Pope just has unreal timing on defense. If you put up something soft, he's going to send it back.
Caruso kicks to Kuzma. Porzingis with the steal. Outside Hardaway. Out of bounds, the Lakers will take possession. Rager, the all-time assist leader for the Big West Conference. In that frame, talk about some of the traits that make for a good floor general, a good point guard, a good facilitator.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you have to be a leader because that's what the position calls for. Unselfishness, instincts, that stuff matters, but ultimately your teammates got to feel like you played for them. And that's when you have a chance as a team to be special.
I'm assuming you've always been like that. Am I correct?
No, that is not
really?
true.
Wow.
I evolved into a leader. In all seriousness, I think some guys are natural. Others, like myself, had to evolve into it.
Cauley Stein's shot is good.
And it's important for Cauley Stein's confidence that he gets these interior shots to fall. The more he sees the ball go in, the more assured he will feel down inside.
Brunson against Schroeder. Here's Gasol. Kicks it out to James. Over Hardaway. Back to LeBron. Over Hardaway. And too long on the shot.
Yeah, it's been about the rebounding. Really, that's the dividing line in this game.
Here's Richardson. The step back jumper is good. Richardson's got the lead up to 13 now for Dallas.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
And the dunk by James.
The way James dominates on the offensive end, making it look effortless to me.
Richardson against Caldwell Pope. Outside Hardaway. And the pass to Cauley Stein. 4 on the clock. And that's a foul. Called on Dwight Powell. That is his first foul of the game. Harrell, he's checked in for the Lakers. Dallas also making some changes. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Powell. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Hardaway. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Schroeder dishes to James. Goes up on the block. Good work there as it goes. LeBron's got it back down to single digits for the Lakers.
The biggest fear any opponent has, I mean, watching LeBron go to work inside, I mean, you know what the results are going to be.
Doncic against Schroeder. Now, here's Doncic. Tight defense on him. That shot off the mark. Passes it to Finney-Smith. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Doncic.
An easy pass turns into a terrible turnover. And that's a possession wasted.
Porzingis, he's checked in for Dallas. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Doncic against Schroeder. Off the left rim and out. Dallas leading by 9. Finney-Smith passes to Richardson. Porzingis kicks to Doncic. And Doncic throws it down.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for the Mavericks.
Two great rebounding teams.
And these guys worked just a little bit harder tonight, and that was the edge they needed.
And so they'll stretch their victory total to 19 on the season.
And with this win now, we're all square, 1-1. 2 more games yet to come in what's proving to be a very competitive season series.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Porzingis.
Well, he showed what it takes to be a great rebounder tonight. Fighting for position, boxing out, never getting outworked down low.
17 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Richardson the pass to Finney-Smith. Just 5 on the clock. Near the three-point line, it's Doncic. Nice fake there to create the shot, but it's no good. So we see the Mavericks taking the win here. This was a very strong showing for him. All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up for David.